All right. Time to take on Bugsy. Gym number 2. Gym number 2. Bugsy, real name Thomas apparently, has a Torterra. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for the first time since the last time, it is that time right about that time. For your favorite Pokemon challenge in mind, my name is Sebastian Todd III. You may call me ST3, and this is the Pokemon SoulSilver gift only randomizer Nuzlocke. It is Series 3, Episode 4 on the channel. If you have enjoyed your time on the channel so far, or your time in this series so far, please hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified when episodes go up. Usually we try to keep these episodes about 5 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And behind the scenes, it is Sunday as we record. So happy Sunday. I hope you are having a wonderful day. And let's dive right into our team recap. Our team, we have an egg that has not yet hatched. Of course, we have as well Denny P67, the level 15 Tyranitar. Quick feet for an ability, Bite, Leer, Rock Slide, and Screech. We have Danders, the level 16 Chat Taunt with white Smoke for an ability, Pet Growl, Mirror Move, and Sing. We have Verticon at level 20, the Feraligatr, Mold Breaker with Scratch, Leer, Water Gun, and Bite. And of course, Alaska, the level 10 Rampardos with Trace, and then Headbutt, Leer, Rock Smash, and Pursuit. And yes, if you are brand new to the series, this is a gift-only Pokemon run, which means we can only use Pokemon that are given to us. So our encounters don't matter. It's all about the Pokemon that we can get. So once the egg hatches, we can use the egg. We will get Kenya in a little bit, usually the Spearow. We will get the Chucky one, and then of course the Dratini. So all gift Pokemon still to come, but of course not here yet. And yes, all of our Pokemon are named after subscribers and those who have left comments either in this series or in previous series. So please, if you want a Pokemon named after you, leave a comment down below. Let us know your favorite Pokemon, your favorite nickname for a specific Pokemon, any and all of those things down below. And we will try to name our Pokemon after all of you. In this series, there's not going to be a ton of those, as we're only doing gift Pokemon. So, and yes, today is Sunday. We're going to record 3 episodes, so all week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here today. So I hope you have been having a wonderful weekend. I hope that when this goes up, it will be Monday. So I hope the start to your week is fantastic. I hope that you're ready for whatever the week may hold for you. And a good reminder: drink your water and recycle your bottles. Always important to make sure you get your water intake in and that you're rip roaring and ready to go. But yeah, hopefully today when you watch this episode, yeah, hopefully some better results have happened if you're a Bruins fan than they did in the last game, or the last 2 games, I should say. If you know, you know, you know. Yeah, it was a good week of work. Week 3 down, week 4 to come. We've got some stuff filling up our calendar now, so pretty excited to get into the groove of things even more so than we already are. But also had a very productive weekend so far. We are, let's say, halfway through Sunday, if that, and already done a lot of meal prepping for the week. All I have to do is I'm gonna make 2 dinners tonight when I cook, so that we have dinner for tomorrow night already lined up as well. Really looking forward to it too, because by the time you guys see this episode, I should be at 49 rides on the Peloton total, and we'll have number 50 planned for a live ride on Thursday with Cody Rigsby. And if you don't know Cody Rigsby, just phenomenal at inspiring folks and pushing you and doing it in a way that makes you laugh too. So you have fun doing it. I will say, I think I've said this before 1,000 times. My uncle and I actually tried to do at least one live ride or one ride together where we're in the same ride at the same time, um, a week, and might come in handy depending on what we get for gifts. But it's it's really fun to push ourselves. And this past week we did one with Allie Love, and I don't know that I've ridden any classes she's done before, but it was a ton of fun and hit a milestone I thought was a month away. Soothe Bell is also very helpful if we get a Pokemon that needs some high friendship. Some decent items there just in case. But yeah, thought I was about a month away from hitting 200 total output, and this past Thursday we did that. My previous high was I think 184, and we got to it was 29 points higher than 184. I remember doing the math. 223, I think it was. 213 maybe. 213 maybe sounds better. 29 points away. Whatever that is, it was 29 points higher than 184. And I really didn't think I was going to get there. I typically turn that metric off because it motivates me in the wrong ways to get the rides done. If I'm trying to get numbers, I don't do as well as if I'm just trying to follow along. And yeah, I was really shocked when we about 90 seconds left in the ride. I like to pull it up just to kind of see where I'm at. And if there is like, you're away from like a number that ends in a 0 or a 5, and I want to push myself a little bit in that last 90 seconds, I can. And I saw I was already over 200, and I was like, holy moly, never thought that was going to happen. So, yeah, feeling really good about the rides that we've been doing and just building that routine. That's really what we're talking about now, is just getting into that better routine of doing it and trying to build a little bit more too. Actually, my plan is we're going to record these 3 episodes here. We're going to get this episode that you're watching right now edited and start the process to get that buffered, and then probably do a nice little half hour or so ride on the Peloton, and then go down, obviously shower because dripping sweat, but then go down, make some dinner, watch the Bruins game 7. There's nothing more exciting than the game 7 in hockey, except maybe a game 7 that goes to overtime. There's also, when you're a fan of the team, nothing more stressful than a game 7. I was stressed out during game 6, and I want to be objective because I am a Bruins fan, and I will admit that that game was very aggravating at the end to see the Bruins lose in the way that they did. It seems like all series we've had this thing about the Bruins where I say we as if I play, where we score and then within 2 minutes we give up a goal right afterward. And I joked after the game that if I were Florida, I would not start with a goalie in net, let the Bruins get the first goal, because that's a clear indicator that they're going to get one within 2, maybe 3 minutes. But I don't actually think they should do that. But to be fair, Florida played a heck of a game, and that game was very back and forth, and it was very entertaining. And if you're not a fan of either team, or you're a fan of Florida, I'm sure that game was even better. Just because you can get kind of into it, lost in the moment, and just have fun watching some really good hockey. So I'm hopeful for a good game, but I'm also hopeful that the Bruins just play like the Bruins have played all season, because otherwise, season's over. So, and if that's the case, then that's the case. We dwell can't dwell on it. There's nothing I can do. It's not like I'm going in net, or I'm not skating. I'm not taking shots on Bobrovsky or Lyons or anybody for that matter. So, is what it is. But of course, by the time you're watching this, that game has been decided well in advance, and we'll know who's facing Toronto. And congrats to Toronto for finally getting out of the first round. I've said for a while that if and when Toronto gets through the first round of the playoffs, watch out, because I think they can make a deep run. This is a year where they finally gotten out of the first round of the playoffs. And they've been a loaded team. They got some really good players, and I think they can make a deep run. So whoever won between the Bruins and the Panthers yesterday, if you're watching this on the day it goes up, um, whoever ends up winning Game 7 of that series is going to have their hands full with a very motivated and very skillful Toronto Maple Leafs team. Also, just a great weekend in sports in general because NBA playoffs continuing. The Celtics did advance into the second round. They beat the Hawks. Of course, the NFL draft is this weekend. Uh, lots of optimism around most teams because new players, people coming in. I think that hey, they can make a difference. They're going to be the ones that help maybe solidify the defense or turn this around or turn that around. So I do think it worked out pretty well for the Miami Dolphins. While there was one of the top 4 or 5 tight ends still on the board when we finally picked in the second round, we took another corner, who's really seems like he's got good upside. We ended up getting an offensive lineman. We got somebody who can play kind of tight end, wide receiver. We got another player who can play running back. So we didn't have a lot of picks, but we used them all to address needs, which is important. And hopefully those players can get coached up and can contribute. They don't have to win it all by themselves. They're rookies, but just contribute. When you go out, make smart plays, know your role, do your job, as the Patriots motto once was. Things will go well. I think that's true in a lot of sports. If there's a lot of great what ifs in sports, like what if Drew Brees signs with the Dolphins, or the Dolphins, I guess, rephrase that. If the Dolphins trust that Drew Brees' shoulder is okay, does he win a Super Bowl in Miami like he did in New Orleans? What if Michael Jordan never plays baseball? A bunch of fun stuff like that. And there are some players like, for another good one, right? Mahomes is drafted after Mitch Trubisky. What if Chicago drafts Mahomes? Is Chicago a 2-time Super Bowl champion? And I like to think no. That's not a knock on Chicago. It's not a knock on the Dolphins, but it's not just that Patrick Mahomes, in this instance, we'll use this one. It's not just that Patrick Mahomes got drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. It's that he got drafted by a team that had a viable starting option in Alex Smith, who had a offensive-minded coach from the get-go, um, Andy Reid, and he sat a year. He sat most of the year behind Alex Smith and kind of got to learn the offense, learn the system, learn the NFL. And in Chicago, maybe he doesn't get that. Maybe he's forced to start game 1, if not game 10. And maybe doesn't get the coaching up that he needs or the observation or whatever it was that clicked for him. Maybe Patrick Mahomes isn't Patrick Mahomes. And that's not to diminish his talent, but you also look at the skill set around around him. I mean, Chicago didn't have Tyreek Hill. Chicago didn't have Jason Kelsey there. So you got to look at the team around him too. And I think some of those what ifs are, yes, you can criticize the Bears for thinking that Trubisky was the better option, but maybe it wasn't just that Trubisky wasn't all he was cracked up to be. Maybe it was the system around him. Maybe it wasn't a good fit overall. And while Patrick Mahomes may have been a better fit, it's not to say that he would be the fit in Chicago that he is in Kansas City. Same with the Miami Dolphins drafting Tua Tagovailoa over Herbert, right? Sure, Justin Herbert's great in LA, but if the Miami Dolphins select him, is he also facing, he's got that same offensive line? Maybe he's even better because he sits behind Ryan Fitzpatrick for the full year. Uh, we don't know. So those big what ifs, and it's going to be asked about this draft too because certain players, right? What if, what if, what if? My theory is this: it's easy to sit on the sideline um, as the I don't know what to say, like the observer, the Monday morning quarterback, the couch potato, whatever you want to say. It's easy to sit on the sidelines and be like, well, why didn't you select this? Why did you do that? Why was it blah blah blah? If the pick works out, what does it matter? Like if you select someone number 5 overall, and people are like, well, he didn't even have him in the top 25. Well, what if he becomes a top 25 type player or a top 5 type player? What's the issue there? There isn't. So you gotta find the person that's going to be the right fit for your company, the right fit for your organization, the right for the locker room, the team, the community. So here's hoping that a lot of the NFL teams did that, whether they end up winning, only one team can win the Super Bowl. But hopefully every team got better. That's the goal, right? Every team got better this weekend from the draft. All right. Time to take on Bugsy. Gym number 2. Gym number 2. Bugsy, real name Thomas apparently, has a Torterra. Wow. I don't really think we have much for a Torterra. Super effective against 2 of our best Pokemon. And has Curse. This could be bad. Alright, we landed Sing. So that's a good thing. We landed Sing. This is a risk. But we're going to pray that Torterra stays asleep for 1 turn. Well, I guess in this case 2 turns. Because we have Ice Fang now on Verticon, which is quad effective. It's not stab, but it is quad effective. And if Torterra stays asleep, perfect. We can get off an Ice Fang. I think we can take Torterra down. The Curse might prevent it from being a one-shot if it stays asleep a second turn. Then I think we can two-shot this with no damage. Torterra stays asleep. That works out well. Again, it's about team. It's about synergy, right? We're talking about that, and here it is right there. Teamwork. Teamwork. All right, Poliwrath comes in. I guess we could have gone to Danders again. Crit is nice. Can we get another crit? We cannot. Submission might take it up because I think there is residual damage, and it does. So Poliwrath goes down by his own hand. And Hippopotas. Hippopotas. I guess it's like the Nickelodeon theme, right? Nickel. Nope, not even close to the Nickelodeon theme. Never mind. Never you mind. Hippopotas goes down. All right, Bugsy. That was fun. We received the Hive badge. Bugsy is defeated. Did we ever get Rock Smash? I don't think we did. We did. Good for us. It's been like a week since we've recorded. Maybe 4 days, but still. That's going to be the hard part. I'm going to try to record these over the weekends when I have more time rather than trying to rush home from work and all that. Hence why 3 episodes a week. Hence why we're recording 3 episodes right now, probably. And it's going to be difficult to remember what's going on, a week in advance. Thankfully, I'll be able to watch the YouTube channel just like all of you are doing right now. So thank you for watching. Thank me for watching. Hi, viewer me. To remember what's going on so that I can be effective in the next recording session, a week or so from now. That would be handy. All right, rival battle time. Let's see if we've got enough firepower to take down the rival here. Hopefully, about 20 minutes into the episode, not quite, but hopefully we can get through the rival battle. Beat our nerves. A Turtwig, too. Goodness. All right. Thankfully, it's just a Turtwig. We can take down Turtwig. And get the Farfetch puzzle done in this episode. That would be a good wrap up to the episode, and then go get another new Pokemon in the next episode. Victory. Wow, we really, thank goodness for Danders being able to take on grass, because we have a grass weakness for sure otherwise. Of course, we've only got Peck right at the moment, which is not ideal. We'd like something stronger, but hey, we'll take it. Flame Body on Victory Bell. Good to know. And we get something a little better. We're gonna replace Mirror Move. I don't use Mirror Move. Shatter is a flying type move. Of course, our attack is currently cut in half, but it's Rosalia, not Roserade. So maybe we can do alright with this. Oh yeah, look at Danders go even. Defense cut in half, or attack cut in half. Danders does well. Oh yeah, that did not take long at all. So obviously, we will go heal up. And we'll go get the Farfetch puzzles done. Excuse me. Be a nice little trek into the Ilex Forest. Ilex Forest? Ilex Forest? Into the forest. Into the woods. If we were playing a normal Nuzlocke, Spiritomb would be our encounter. Of course, we're not playing a normal Nuzlocke, we're doing gift only. We're going to run away from Spiritomb. It's probably going to be a good idea to do this. Here. Those are right there. Just save ourselves a little time here with encounters. Of course, we lose steps because it brings us all the way back here and then sends us further out. But that's okay. We can buy more repels if we need them. A hyper potion. But something in talking about repels made me think we should, for the moment at least, do this, because we don't have a lot of options here. We want to get all of our Pokemon up there, because we're going to need them all. Let's just see where our egg is at. It will hatch soon. Maybe we can get the egg to hatch in this episode. We'll finish the Farfetch puzzle. If it hasn't hatched by then, maybe we go back out and walk around and chit-chat until the egg hatches. It's not the most exciting and invigorating gameplay, but a new Pokemon. It's new Pokemon. Always a good thing. So hasn't hatched yet. We've got about 6 minutes. What do we do? Well, first we take down Combuskin because we're way higher level, and I clicked the wrong move, but it should still work. It does still work. And maybe we buy a couple more repels. We walk around for a minute to see if we can't get our friendo in the egg to hatch and see what it is. We got a nickname all lined up, so Once we do find out who our new friend is, we can obviously get the experience share over there too. If it's worth training up before Rampardos, no knock on Rampardos, but level 10 is higher than level 1. Let's see. I think they're all Pokeballs. I can't remember what the second mart sells, so worth a quick glance. 25 might be good. Let's do 12. We'll get to 20. We've got a ton of stuff we can sell, but we'll do that at the department store. And you know what? Let's walk that way. The egg will hatch as we go. Let's just walk on through to the other side. See if we can't clear the forest in about 4. There's no reason we can't. We're going to put repels up. Let's use a repel. Let's go teach cut. Rampardos. It's probably going to be mostly our HM slave too. We've got other Rampardos are starter, right? Very nice to have the coverage move of Pursuit, but we've got 3 other Pokemon that can hit Ghost types, so we're going to let Rampardos more or less become an HM slave for some of these HMs we don't want other Pokemon to have. uh, or don't want to waste up slots. I usually do give Tyranitar Strength as one of the 4 moves, so it's usually like Rock Slide, Earthquake, Crunch, and Strength. So we'll probably follow that idea once we get higher level, obviously. Fly, of course. We'll go to Chatot, Danders, and Brodicon obviously will get most of the water ones unless we get another Pokemon that we can split up like based on physical or special. We'll find out. We already have Headbutt, so I guess we won't really go do this. If we need it, it's there. Good to know. We're gonna try to hopefully get this egg in the next 3 minutes. I'm wondering what do we want the egg to be? It can't. I don't think it can be a legendary. So I'm trying to think of something powerful that we could have on the team. I'm thinking like a Venusaur might be nice. So we have some grass coverage. Something electric might be good. Fire. Grass, electric, fire. Maybe psychic. Um, Grass, electric, fire, psychic. Yeah, just a handful of them. Pretty much not dark. I mean, not. I wouldn't be mad with ground, but we've got 2 Pokemon already weak to water in Tyranitar and Rampardos, so we'll hatch soon. We want to keep these to 30 minutes. So can we get this? I was gonna say, can we sneak around this trainer and walk a little bit? No, no, we cannot. We're gonna walk right into the trainer instead. That's okay. That's okay. We'll wrap up with this trainer, and then in the next episode, we'll get an egg. We'll get Kenya to see what that encounter is. And we'll start building the team up a little bit. We're going to have 2 new Pokemon in the next episode. So, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And of course, we do have, spoiler alerts if you haven't seen this yet, we do have the Master Ball. On the off chance we run into a full odd shiny, we have a Master Ball that we can use on the shiny. So, and I'm thinking grass for all the water types or an electric for all the water types, something. Because really all we got right now is Brodicon who resists. That's my guess. And there's a lot of water types coming through our way. Birdicon. Birdicon is up to the challenge. And we're just a few seconds shy of the mark. So let's do this. Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we say that, let's say this. We're going to wrap up right here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Until next time.